Hi everyone, my name's Anthony Cummins. I'm going to talk to you today about the Fukushima Ryu boat and its connection to the Takamatsu Den things. Now, if you're unaware, Dean recently, he has been saying that the boat used by Fukushima Ryu also appears in the Takamatsu art, and therefore, because Fukushima Ryu scrolls have not been available for public consumption, it proves that, you know, the Takamatsu Den things are correct, or, you know, this is the stance he's taking. This is absolutely incorrect, and I'm going to show you why. It's the correct way of thinking though, Dean. It's totally the correct way of thinking. But there's a few things that you have to realise. First of all, nobody has spontaneous ideas across the globe or across all of Japan. Not everybody at one point thinks, let's invent this. And it's like, that doesn't happen. You'll find this boat in multiple schools. You will find the samurai sword held by most samurai. That doesn't mean every clan just developed the samurai sword at one time. Of course, it gets pushed along trade routes and things like that, and blah blah throughout history. This is just basic history 101. So of course you find the same things in multiple areas. That's just basics. So, but the thinking is correct. If we found something that's meant to be secret or something that nobody knew about, and it does appear in another scroll, then you can say they were connected. But the difference here is we want to know where they connected before 1868. Okay, so first step is it's the correct way of thinking, Dean, but there needs to be a bit more detail to it than that. And I would agree with you, except for one reason. I agree that the Fukushima Ryu scrolls absolutely were not available, and we don't know, they've been missing from the National Diet Library in Japan for many years, and nobody knows where they've gone. However, so the question is when you say Takamatsu can't have made it up because it's in Fukushima Ryu, therefore he was part of a real school and it was true, not correct. So Dean, I'm a little bit disappointed, to be honest. I thought you would absolutely have known the books a bit better than this. I had to go from my memory. I thought, hold on a minute, that's not correct. And I had to go into my cupboards and start pulling my books out, and I thought, I'm sure it's there. So if you go to Dr. Masaki Hatsumi's Essence of Ninjutsu, so this is published in 1988, well before I published mine, but probably when the library was still open to people checking it, because I do know there was a gentleman there who went in the early 90s. That's how we got the Fukushima scroll. He went in the early 90s and he was allowed to photocopy it in the early 90s. So we can say that from the 90s onwards, people were not allowed to look at the scrolls anymore, or probably as interest was gained in it. But if you go to this book and you go to page 24, you'll see pictures of two scrolls. That one there, can you see? This is, let me read it, the Densho, which means the scrolls, the books, the old books of Fukushima Ryu Ninjutsu on the left, and the Nippiden, secret documents on ninjutsu, on the right. So there you go. In Hatsumi's own book, he shows he's already read the Fukushima Ryu stuff. So if that boat appears in the Takamatsu Den, it's because he's read Fukushima Ryu. It wasn't missing, he had a copy. There is photographic evidence, Dean, of him with a copy of that scroll, which I only just got a copy of in 2013, 2014, well 2013 I think, because I was given it by a man who went to the library and photocopied it in the early 90s. So sorry guys, and the reason I'm saying this is because misinformation is going out now. People are trying to apply basic university historical research ideas, which is what I want. It's absolutely what I want. So Dean and the rest of you, you're all thinking correctly. Absolutely. You need to go and find something like this. But, of course, this one doesn't work because we know Hatsumi has actually read Fukushima Ryu. So that doesn't work. So what you have to do is find something. It's the same as the other one. You can't have something that's been published, guys. If it's been published, it means it was out in the public record, which means Takamatsu Sensei could have researched it. Gingetsu, Ito could have, they all researched it. You know, these things that have published, you've got to check what's been published and when. and who could have read it, and then who talks about it. So, right guys, I'm going to cut it short there, but basically this is not a video to say, haha, I hate that sort of stuff. You know me, I'm all about, let's get this community put together, let's try and get rid of all this anger for each other. You know, I understand it isn't going to be very easy, but if we're going to do historical research is what I want, so Dean, please carry on along these lines. Let's get it right. You've got to check your facts before you go talking about them. Same as me, you've just got to check it. And we are going to get things wrong, but we should all support each other and say, that's wrong, this is right, that's right. And we've got to build this bigger picture. So I'm not going to bullshit everyone. I know full well there's just hate galore out there. I know that. And I'm trying to be the bit in the middle where to bring peace in the sort of community. And I am failing drastically because probably hate is more prevalent now than ever. So please guys, if you're from Takamatsu, then this is not a hate video. If you're from my lot, this is not a pro Takamatsu video. In fact, as you've seen, it's totally the opposite. I'm trying to get you to think like a historical researcher, start thinking how these things work, and so we can build a better picture. Right guys, don't forget the new book is out in June, July, so if you want to actually see the Fukushima Ryu scroll, the original, there's the rest of it. It's all there, the ninja scroll's all there, the boat's in here, the lot. So, and of course don't forget Stephen, in fact there's a general reconstruction of the boat I had mocked up. So it's all there. That's the Fukushima scroll, and it's a good esoteric but weird scroll. Okay, my name's Anthony Cummins. Subscribe, enjoy it, and I hope you keep going, everyone, Dean included. Keep going. Let's try and find some historical documents, and let's try and find the truth behind the ninja.